Ephesians chapter 2. Here are the living letters. And you were dead in trespasses and sins, in which you once walked according to the course of the world, according to the ruler of the authority of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience, among whom also we all once lived in the lust of the flesh, doing the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, as also the rest. And Yahweh, who is rich in compassion because of his great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in trespasses, made us alive together with Messiah. But by favor you have been saved, and raised us up together, and made us to sit together in the Shemayim, in Messiah. And then I've always said Yeshua, and they're telling me it's Yahshua. In order to show in the coming ages the exceeding riches of his favor in kindness toward us in Messiah Yeshua. For by favor you have been saved through belief, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Elohim. It is not by works, so that no one should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Messiah Yahshua unto good works, which Yahuwah prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. Therefore remember that you once Gentiles in the flesh, who are called the uncircumcision, by what is called the circumcision made in the flesh by hands, that at that time you were without Messiah, excluded from the citizenship of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no expectation, and without Elohim in the world. But now in Messiah Yeshua, they're telling me not to put the O on the end. So I'm trying to fix it. You who once were far off have been brought near by the blood of Messiah. For he is our peace, who has made both one, and having broken down the partition of the barrier. And there's the top part. And then we get the living letters. There we go. Having abolished in... Sorry, guys. Taking y'all for a ride. Having abolished in the flesh the enmity, the law of the commands and dogma, so as to create in himself one renewed man from the two, thus making peace. So the spirit and the flesh, right? He's making one man out of the two. And to completely restore to favor both of them unto Elohim in one body through the stake, that's the cross, having destroyed the enmity by it, and having come, he brought as good news peace to you who were far off, and peace to those near, because through him we both have access to the Father by the one Ruah, by the one Spirit. So then you are no longer strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the Ephsiyim, that's the saints, or the set apart ones, and members of the household of Elohim, having been built up the foundations of the emissaries. It's like missionaries, ambassadors. We're going to read that line again. Having built up upon the foundation of the emissaries and the Nebiim. So that's probably the disciples and prophets. Yahu. No, sorry. I'm supposed to be saying Yeshua, and they're trying to get me to take the off the end and add Eshu. I like Yeshu better. Yeshua HaMashiach. I don't understand why it can't just be Yeshua HaMashiach like it's always been. But I've had some linguists try to help me out. Himself being chief cornerstone, in whom all the building being joined together grows into a Kodesh Mishkan in Yahuwah, in whom you also are being built together into a dwelling of Elohim in the Ruah. Quite frankly, whoever chose to this replacement theology, giving us replacement names and then making it then it makes it, if we want to say his name properly, makes it extremely difficult to learn. And then, of course, I've learned how to speak it now for like 3 months, and then I'm finding out I need to clean it up even more. And I tell you what, that Catholic priest, I hope God shakes his finger in his face really hard about changing the name of God.